expert when it comes to sales and persuasion. Todd Speciale is a CEO of MSGA Consulting, one of today's most sought-after speakers, sales, business, and leadership expert. He's a 3-time best-selling author with his newest book, The Ultimate Sales Bible, still topping the charts in sales and selling over 17 months running. He's known as the culture creator as he transforms teams with integrity-driven leadership, and he trains C-suite executives and inspires thousands with his authentic approach. He's been on stages with a few people you've probably heard of, like anyone ever heard of a guy named Matthew McConaughey? Or how about Ty Lopez? Jack Canfield, Soup for the Whole Soul, Ashton Kutcher, Harold Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, Cable Delgado, and way more, and that's a short list because I know that list is even longer. Can we all just jump up on our feet and give a giant round of applause? Because he's going to bring us home, Todd Speciale. Come on, everyone, jump up, clap for the guy. I promise he's going to bring some energy. You're going to want to have that energy. And he's here to talk about the power of persuasion. You want this microphone?
Yeah, whatever.
I'll give it to you. Here. Beautiful.
Do I look weird? Is this thing on right?
I think you got it.
I got it. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? The energy isn't good enough. Everybody stand up one more time for me, please, okay? Listen, guys, a lot of you come here and you guys want to learn shit and you're listening to people and they're pouring into you. TJ had 4.5 seconds to teach you the art of persuasion and sales. I'm sure he's happy about that. I want you guys to do me a favor right now, and I want you to get as loud as you can. And I'm not even going to start speaking. We can stay here till 5 p.m. until you walk out the door, until you go absolutely insane with a little bit of noise for all the previous speakers and Aaron for putting on this event. So on the count of 3, I want you guys to go absolutely nuts, clap as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come on, louder. Let's go. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Everybody, orange shirt, I don't see you clapping, my guy. Okay, there we go. All right, all right. All right, take a seat, guys. Thank you so much. Aaron, I'm no clicker. I'll just hit the button here. Okay, cool. I got it. We're all good, I think. There we go. This is good. Okay. Aaron told me I had 15 minutes. He's asked me a few times to come speak at some of these events. I'm usually out of town. I am honored to be here in front of you guys just to take today to give you a little bit of expertise on persuasion and negotiation. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do it pretty quickly because I know you guys want to get back out and sell some shit, real estate. By the way, who raised their hand? I think you did, young lady. Well, you could smile. It's okay. You're not in sales, right? Oh, I thought he said someone, raise your hand if you said you weren't in sales or you didn't like to be in sales. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Ma'am, tell me what you hate about sales or just the title of it. I understand. You know what the number one hated sales position in the world is? Nope, timeshare people. Next, ma'am, what do you hate about sales? Aggressive. They're only talking to you because they want one thing, right? They want the money. Is that fair to say? What do you do for a living? No, for like what company, ma'am? Like, what do you do? Is it educator problem solving for who? Nice, love that. Okay, so you educate them on how to sell, but you just don't like sales. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I would buy from you. You want to know why? You find the problem, you give them a solution, and you educate them. That's sales. You're basically in sales. You should sell because you'd be amazing at sales. Because I don't want to deal with people that lie. We talk about used car salespeople, right? What's the first thing up here? Kind of blurry, and I already have bad eyes, but it says be honest, right? Here's the thing about persuasion and negotiation. I always talk about selling from the negatives. Why do you sell from the negatives? All the bad shit. Everybody's spewing features and benefits and all the bright, shiny objects and look at the home and all this shit, right? You guys want to sell all the features and benefits. But what about the negatives? What about the negatives would stop someone from buying something? Why do we bring that up if we're a used car salesman, if we're in timeshare, if we're educating people? The negatives about starting a real estate knowing you're not going to get a check for a long-ass time. Come sell, we're EXP. We got thousands of people every single day that are becoming members, and only about 10% of them make money, but you should come join us, man. This shit's amazing. Do you recruit like that? No. What do you pitch? The bright, shiny object. You guys are like, come with EXP. Largest thing in the world and best opportunity, best trainer who problem solves and finds solution, educates you, but it's not in sales, but she's going to teach you how to sell. And we're great at that because we're going to give you opportunity, but salespeople lie. That's why people hate them. And this is a hard truth for all you salespeople. Raise your hand if you're in sales. Raise your hand, everybody. Okay, here's the deal. They don't like you. And it's not really because of you if you're an honest person. It's because of the people that are liars. And they're setting the tone for the title. Who was in timeshare in here? Raise your hand before someone said they were in timeshare. Okay. When somebody asked you what you used to do for a living, what did you tell them? Be honest with me right now, because I already know the answer. What's that? I love you. What'd you say? Most people say real estate. What do you do for a living? Timeshare people. You're the honest ones. Thank you. But I was in the timeshare business for 4 years, broke every record in the business. I was vice president of sales for the entire East Coast. I know I got out of it because of all the dishonest people. There are some honest ones. There are. But usually when people are selling timeshare, they're in real estate. They're like, yo, dude, I'm in real estate. You're not in real estate, bro. Okay? So they're already starting off lying. Start a presentation very quickly. Hey, don't worry, I'm not here to sell you anything. We're just going to give you a free tour because marketing gave you some gifts. Just come on upstairs. Don't worry about it. It's just a tour of the property, but you're sitting down with them and you're pitching numbers. Instead, the art of persuasion, which is honest, is this. I used to teach reps to come up and say, hey, Miss Smith, how are you doing, man? My name's Todd Speciale. Now, listen, I know that you don't want to be here today, right? They just gave you $200 or $300 as a gift to be here, and you probably want to get out of here in 30 minutes, only the presentation is 60 minutes. Is that fair to say? Okay. Well, I don't want to take too much time away from your family because you know that I'm going to ask you to buy something today. I know you're going to say what? No, of course you are. So now that we got that out of the way, here's all I'm going to ask you for. 30 minutes of your time, if you're completely honest with me and I'm honest with you, completely open, I'll get you in and out of here in 30 minutes rather than an hour so you can get back with your family. Fair enough? Cool. I know you're going to say no. You know I'm going to try to sell you something, so that's out of the way. So let's just get to the nuts and bolts of things. If it adds value to your life, do it. If it doesn't, in and out of here in 30 minutes. I can get another tour. We can call it a day. Walk upstairs. Honesty. Change the game. You talk, is that persuasion or sales? Which one is it? It's really both. Because, I think people confuse the difference between persuasion. It's really the same thing. See, someone that says they're not in sales, you're lying. When you were a baby, you were crying for food. You were selling, Mom, give me some of this. My 10-year-old daughter, Daddy, I want a piece of candy. She says no. My wife says no. I say no. She goes, but Daddy, I want a piece of candy. But why? I said, well, because it's bad for your teeth, babe. You've had enough. Sugar's not good for you. But Daddy, but why? Well, I don't know. I think there's like a study that says really good. But yeah, but why is that study? But why? But why? But why? But why? Have the piece of candy, for God's sakes. We're in sales. When your husband, wife, you guys or whoever met each other, you met one another, right? Guy comes up to you at the bar, walks up to you and says, hey, ma'am, I've got a BMW, got a house in the hills, got a Rolex. How you doing, right? And the girls are puking. He's trying to sell himself. Ladies, you find a guy. You get nervous. Pits in your stomach. You want to look your best. You get dressed up, makeup, dress on. You go out. You're selling. You are. Let's call it what it is. Because otherwise, you'd be in your pajamas at the bar every day, no makeup on. You wouldn't get your hair done. You wouldn't look pretty. And you just show up. You're like, this is the real me. And some of us men would go to bars looking like shit. And the girl's like, I'm not doing no brushed hair, no tucked in shirt, none of that. That's sales. See, everybody's in sales, you guys, okay? And Aaron asked me, he said, look, dude, you got a few minutes. You got no been asking you to come here. Please, man, I'm going to try to give you some extra time. I'm going to make it quick, but we're going to make this fun, okay? Here's the thing. You got to be honest. You got to speak with definites, okay? Salespeople lie. We already know that. Don't be the person that lies, okay? Persuasion comes from honesty. You don't have to persuade people if you're honest. Someone was talking about, I think you ladies were talking about the color of the walls or some shit like that, right? Here's the thing. Oh, it's so hard to get people to change the color of the walls. Well, how about this? Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Homer, I know you guys are trying to sell the home right now, but if there was a way that I could potentially show you how you can make more money for your home, get more money for it, and sell it quicker, would you be 1% open to hearing about it? I didn't talk about the walls yet. I'm setting the stage. I'm leading. That's persuasion. That is sales. Of course I would. Who's going to say no to, would you be 1% remotely open to hearing about it? I can sell your house faster than anybody else. I'm going to give you the tools to make more money on your home. Are you 1% remotely open to hearing about it? Guys, I'm not in real estate sales, but I would crush 99% of the realtors. Why? Because honesty. They're going to say yes. Okay, I'm going to tell them, paint your walls. Green is ugly as shit. That's it. Very real. I'm going to be honest with them. But the problem is, you guys, you try to pitch, well, Mr. and Mrs. and you're like timid. You got to speak with confidence, right? You got to be real with them. Well, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Homer, I know you probably don't want to do this, but I would suggest that you guys, you know, paint your walls maybe. No. Speaking with confidence is real. Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, you're 1% remotely open to hearing about something where you can sell your house faster and make more money. I'm just going to be honest with you. Walls, ugly. Green walls, no sale. Neutral walls, make more money. Small investment, make more money, everybody wins. You in? It's easy, but yet we try to pitch all these features and benefits and talk people into doing shit. Persuade this, persuade that, persuade. And people use the word so loosely. Sales, persuasion, negotiation is being real, okay? Next one, we'll jump down to like your resume, and I'll go through this very quickly. How many people have a resume in here? Raise your hand. Or had one. If you don't have a resume, there's a problem. Okay, all right. I had a resume. I still have a resume, right? I don't look for a job. I'm very fortunate. My company this year just hit 8 figures, by the way. You can give me a round of applause for that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I teach people how to sell. I've taught a lot of realtors how to sell, and I've never sold a home. I've taught leadership, development. When people come into my business and my partner recruits them, and they have a resume, I ask them, what does the resume tell me about you? Tell me this. What does it tell me about you? So someone tell me, what does the resume tell me about you, sir? Does it tell me who you are? Think. Does it tell me who you are as a person? Sets the stage. It's the bright, shiny object, is it not? Look at my resume. How many people put, I filed bankruptcy on your resume? Car repossessed 6 months ago. Kicked out of my house, just got divorced for the 3rd time. Do you put that on your resume? It's a bright, shiny object. Instagram. Great. Social media. You're selling. Do you put, I just got a divorce on your Instagram? Do you put, well, maybe. Since we're on that subject, I've been married 27 years. Give me a round of applause, please. Thank you. 2 wives, but hey, whatever. Okay, so here's the thing, right? But a resume doesn't tell me who you are. The problem with a resume, right? It's just a bright, shiny object, but you're selling. But some of you say you're not in sales. You go to an interview, you're selling yourself. You're in sales just because you're not selling something that gives you money. But are you? You're going to a job. You want to get paid. You want to earn money. You're selling yourself. That's what you're doing. So everybody's in sales. I don't care who says they're not. But if you go to an interview, the first thing I do is I fold the resume up. I put it aside. Tell me about who you are. Well, I've done this, and I've done this, and I've worked for this person. I've done amazing things, and I've done this, and I broke records. And no. Who are you? If I were to call your previous employer and ask them the top 3 things they think you need to work on, what would those be? Tonality down. Persuasion. I'm going to ask them that question. They're going to tell me the answer. I'm going to feel them out and see if I want to hire them or not. Because I don't give a shit what your resume says. Ashton Kutcher and all this, that's great. Very cool. Matthew McConaughey, very cool. All this. But if I got up here and I was like, hi guys, my name is Todd. Nice to meet you today. You would have walked out of the damn room. I got to prove myself. And so do you every day. That's also persuasion and sales. So let's go on to the next one. Let's talk about Trump. Some of you are like, fuck that guy. All right, so some people are like, I love him. Well, whatever. This isn't about politics. But Trump does something that most people don't do very well. It's called linguistic certainty. He speaks with certainty, whether you like him or not. We're going to win Iowa, and we're going to get the most votes you've ever seen, and we're going to build the best country, and we're going to just make America great again, and that's what we're going to do, and there's no doubt about it, and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, people start voting for him. He's got confidence. He speaks with certainty. And the people that didn't want to vote for him, they voted for him because he did even better this time on how he spoke. That's linguistic certainty, but some of you aren't confident. You don't know your craft well enough. But some of you guys are like, I want to sell real estate. But yet you go out there and you're just pitching the home. See, I was listening to some of you guys speak up here. You know what I didn't hear? Well, let's do this and handle this objection and features and benefits and all this shit. When you walk through someone's home, bring them and sit them here. Okay, sounds great. I'm sure that's great in real estate. How about this? How many of you actually walk someone through the home and picture them in the home and ask them, you've got 2 beautiful daughters, ma'am. What's the first thing you think they're going to do when, not if, when you move into this home? I want you to tell me about it. I don't want to know that you love the 3 bedrooms with a pool and all that shit. I want to know what you're going to do in the home. Because if this home doesn't do it for you, I'm not going to sell you the home. It's not a takeaway. I would not sell them the home if they can't see their life there. Because it drives emotion. Emotion is persuasion. Persuasion becomes sales. And now, like TJ said, you are serving someone. You're not selling them. Sales is a service. And if 99% of the people on the other spectrum, man, from used car salesman to timeshare to whoever we think the best salespeople are in the world as far as the job, they're all the same people. It doesn't matter what you sell. I've trained a shit ton of really good used car salespeople, but they have a bad title because of 99% of the assholes. But let's say you flipped it, okay? And now we're serving someone we actually care about who they are. You are persuading the industry and your opinion, ma'am, of me because I'm honest. You would buy from me because I'm honest. Okay, here's the deal. Not everybody is. But did I just speak with linguistic certainty? I didn't ask her if she'd buy from me. I said, you would buy from me. And she said, yes. Because I'm honest. I didn't ask her, am I honest, ma'am? I told her. And then I'm going to prove it with my actions and how I serve them. That's persuasion. That's sales. That's certainty. So whether you like Trump or not, he's good at that shit. Okay, number 2, eliminate fillers. Okay. Buying time, fuck, I can't even read that shit. Barack, pause, and Elon's ums and ahs. Sorry, team put this together for me. So here's the deal. What about Barack? Elon, have you ever seen an interview with Elon Musk? Fuck, it kills me. The certification of the NASA that we're doing is really it's amazing. And it's like, what the fuck? Get a sentence out, dude. Like you're a billionaire. Like can't speak. And then Barack, he doesn't say uhs and ums and all that shit. Barack Obama has a conversation. In America, we're going to do great things. And we're going to sell, and the economy is going to be better, and life's going to be good for everyone. He doesn't make mistakes. He's one of the best speakers of all time because he pauses every time he thinks he's going to say or ah. For instance, if you don't mind, ma'am, right there in the middle, what's your goal for this year? Yeah. I'm sorry? Love that. How much money? No, what's your goal? Like, what is your goal? Are you in real estate sales? Okay, what's your goal? How much do you want to sell this year? Okay, stop. Looked, left, right. Watch this. Anybody ever Never Split the Difference, read the book Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss? Shit's awesome, right? Okay, he has a theory that I believe is true, that when you think and you say or and you look this direction, okay, you don't know. Which means when you say or you're buying time. So connect that to persuasion and sales. Let me ask you guys a question. If you're sitting with a homeowner and they ask you a question, you go, like this. Do they think that they're confident that you know what the fuck you're talking about? Probably not, right? So what's going to happen? They're going to go to someone who does. So the truth is, you guys can be great at persuasion and sales all you want, but at the end of the day, if you are not confident in how you speak and you have a bunch of uhs and ums and all this shit, they're going to go to someone who doesn't have that, that's going to pause like Barack, that's going to take the time to hear them out, that's going to listen to them. TJ said it, sales 80-20. It should be, I call it 80-10-10. What do salespeople love to do? We love to run our mouths. Look at these shiny little. You should be asking questions 10% of the time. You should be offering solutions 10% of the time. You should be letting them speak 80% of the time. But some of you guys don't. Look at this. This is why you should work with me and why I'm the best and all this. And look at my resume and all this shit. That's not persuasion, guys. That's not persuading anybody to work with you. Here's the truth, Aaron. I'm going to sell you a home. I'm going to do it the fastest. But I'm going to do it on your terms. What's the most important thing to you? Shut up. First person who speaks loses. That's persuasion. Get there, find a solution, educate them, close them. That's persuasion. That is sales. But some of you don't do it. I've got this beautiful home. I've got all this other stuff. No, dude, the home's the byproduct of you serving for what's important to them and their family, because it might be the biggest asset they ever own in their home, in their lives. Is that correct? Okay, 99% of people, it'll be the biggest asset they ever own. But you're rushing through it. Ask them questions. Persuasion and sales. Last one, know your audience. This one's great. Going to tell you guys a quick story, okay, about negotiation. Know your audience, okay? Wife comes up to me last year, and she goes, babe, you know, with COVID and stuff, by the way, I've been to 49 countries now, right? I'm going to hit my 50th country this year. I just turned 49 July 11th. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I know I don't look 49. What the fuck? Never works. Anyways, all right. So I turned 49. Going to hit my 50th country. We're going out. So last year, my wife says to me, she goes, babe, listen, here's the deal. She comes up to me. I'm sitting at my desk working. It's about 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm in my office at the house. She says, I found the perfect vacation. You told me to look. I found the perfect vacation for all of us. She says, we're going to first take a plane, and we're going to fly to New York, because from New York, we're going to go to London. So we got to stop in New York, and I booked us a room at the Waldorf. Just one night, don't worry, because I want to get your approval on the rest of the trip, okay? So worst case scenario, we just go to New York, no big deal, fine, right? But you told me that this trip is about family, and it's about time, and you told me to just make this a good one because we haven't had to travel to Europe because of COVID and all this other stuff, right? I said, yeah, babe, I did. Go ahead, tell me. She set me up. I already know, right? And she says, we're going to go to the Waldorf. We're going to stay for one night. When the next day, we're going to get up. We're going to fly to London. We're going to stay in London for 2 days, okay? We're going to go see everything in London. I've already booked a private car. I have a private tour guide. And they're going to show us everything to see in London in 2 days so we don't waste a bunch of time, because we're going to take a flight from London into Barcelona. Now, when we land in Barcelona, we're going to stay at the oldest Ritz-Carlton ever created in Barcelona. We're going to go see La Sagrada Familia. I know you love cathedrals, Todd, and I think that's the coolest thing ever. And I also got us a private tour there as well. We're going to stay 3 days from there. We're going to fly from Barcelona to Mallorca, a small island right next to Ibiza. We're going to stay there for 2 days at a Hilton private tour. And then we're going to fly back to Barcelona, and then we're going to get on a Mediterranean cruise. And that cruise is going to hit 6 different spots. We're going to be able to stop, spend some time there. One, we're going to spend, men, what the fuck am I thinking right now? What am I thinking? How much, dude? I was like, shut up. How much? Right? Like, she kept telling me, I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, already. And she's like, no, babe, don't worry about it. She's like, it's not that bad, babe. It's really not that bad. I said, babe, how much? Tell me the detail. How much? You've done a lot of research here. How much? She goes, yeah, she's 50th, right? She goes, it's okay, babe. Don't worry about it. She goes, it's just right under 40 grand for everything. Pit of my stomach comes out, like 40 grand. That's what I'm thinking. Don't want to show it my wife. Like, man, I can pay for it. And she goes, and she literally stopped. She goes, babe, or she said, we can just take an Eastern Caribbean cruise and stop at St. John's. It's like $3,000 a person. It's going to be like $15K. I go, do that one. Do that. Do the $15K. Let's do that one. What did she do? What'd you say? Tell me. What you say? Say it. She what? Oh, 100%. That you call it manipulation. I call it persuasion. See, TJ said something earlier about, preparing the team for objections that come, okay? About their, I think you said insecurities or something, that they don't know what they want, et cetera. There's a lot of truth to that, but here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. If you've been in real estate sales or whatever your business you're in, do you feel like you know the top 5 objections are going to come every time? Do you feel like you know that? Raise your hand if you feel like you know that. Raise your hand, okay? Well, if you don't, you fucking need to do, okay? So here's the thing. The objections are usually the same. They're usually the same. So if you can't master the 5 top objections in your business, that's a problem already, okay? But if you know the objections before they actually come, why aren't you surfacing them? That's called blocking. That's persuasion. I'm going to block the objections. My wife knew I didn't want to pay $40,000 for a vacation, obviously, okay? She also knows that I don't like to fly to 15 different places. I'd rather go to 3 and spend some time there if we're in Europe. So she's bringing up all the shit that she knows I'm going to object to. And then she just gave me an out and sold me on an easier one. Fly one place, have a nice little cruise, we're done. So she set me up, dude. She led me. That is also persuasion. See, I think you guys complicate this sales thing, dude. And I'm going to finish because in a time crunch. I do this shit for a living. And I'll tell you guys, I'm not for everybody. And guess what? You as salespeople, you're not going to be for everybody either. How I speak doesn't resonate with some people. With a lot of people, it does. Because I refuse to get on stage or sell anybody and be anything other than honest, because persuasion comes with being honest. By understanding your craft, you know what those objections are going to come your way. You know they're coming. Bring them up before they do, because when you speak it, you own it. Let me guess. I know that you don't want to, you already told me $500,000 is your max as far as the home that you want to buy. I'm guessing that you probably don't want to go to 550, 600 because people always say you can stretch the envelope. I get it. But just let me ask you a quick question. I mean, is time with your family in your ideal home the most important thing, or is it the 50,000 over the next 30 years? Which one's more important? Time with your family? Is anybody ever going to say anything other than that? Like, tonality's down. Is time with your family more important, or the 50,000 over the next 30 years? What did I just do? I'm minimizing the cost of 50,000 by reducing my tonality, which is also persuasion. I'm tying family back into the picture because emotion sells. And it's always tied back to money. But you guys got to understand 2 very important things. People do not give a fuck about your product or service that you're offering unless they know you actually care about them. And when you do care about them, you don't have to persuade anything. You just have to be honest. So people want to teach you to be persuasive. Very easy. Be real. Speak with confidence. Eliminate the uhs and ums. Know your shit. And when you negotiate, set it up in a way where, and I always say this, in life don't ask for what you want, ask for more than what you want so you'll get what you want. And the last thing with real estate. Let's say someone's looking for a home. And you're asking them, like, you know, what's the price range you guys want to be in? I don't know if you guys ask that or do that shit or not, right? Where do you need to be? Because you can't sell a $1 million home if they can only afford a $500,000 home, right? But what if we found the perfect home, where do you need to be? Is it more like, you know, 6, 7, 800,000? What do you think they're going to say? 6 or lower. Why? And everybody wants a deal. Everybody wants to negotiate, yes or no? That's called suggestive numbers. That's persuasion. I know they're going to say 6 to 550. I know that. They want to tell you the lowest number. It's called suggestive numbers. Get them. If I suggest numbers that are higher, I'm persuading them because I know that the number's going to, they're not going to get there. That's not where they want to be. Get them to this number. Art of persuasion, guys. Care about them. Offer a good product or service. Be extremely honest, guys. And in the 15 minutes I've been up here, or 20 minutes, whatever it is, I can tell you this. There's not a person in the world that's in this room right now that can't sell. You can sell. You want to know why? Because you hate salespeople. And if you sat next to a person and you told them, I hate salespeople, what do you think they'd say to you? I do too. So I'm going to be the person that is going to sell you, but serve you. And I'm going to earn your business. And if you don't like that, kick me off your opportunity and get someone else. But I'm going to be the person that's going to prove that salespeople aren't like shit. So what's the first thing that's most important to you, ma'am? Boom. Go right into the comment. That's it. Be real. Guys, my name's Todd Speciale. Thank you for my short time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Real quick, Todd, you have something that people want to learn more from you, or they want to get coached by you or whatever. Tell them a little bit more about how they can follow you, reach you, and take your course?
Yeah, so real quick, it's on IG, Instagram. It's at Todd Special. If you guys want to follow me, that's very cool. I would love that. Look me up online. And then our business IG account we just opened up is at Make Sales Great Again. No, it's not political, just a very catchy name. Yes, I own the rights to it, so you can't use it. You're welcome. All right. If you scan this QR code, it goes directly to my website. I do speak all over the country. I enjoy it. I have a good time with it, not because I have to, because I like pouring into people's lives and impacting them. And I do have a few books out, okay? I was in the timeshare industry. I wrote a book called How to Be Number One Before You Finish Number Two. It's a small guide. I thought it was funny. A picture of toilet paper on it. It's got, no? All right, whatever. All right. And then I wrote The Things I Do Know. It's a mindset mastery book, self-published it myself. But this third book took me 4.5 years to write. It's called The Ultimate Sales Bible, okay? The Ultimate Sales Bible is 547 pages. If you don't like to read, do not buy it. I am recording the audio version right now. It should be done sometime in 2084 because it's 547 pages. Anyways, get the book, guys, because I'm telling you, I have read every sales negotiation, persuasion book on the planet. This has everything in one. Buy the book. It's awesome. And finally, if you guys do have a team and you want us to come in and coach your team, please just DM me on IG, whatever you guys need to do. It's great. And lastly, I'll just share this with you. We've got a course here that we just dropped. If I can learn how to do this thing. It's called 7 Cornerstones. Well, that's weird. It's called 7 Cornerstones to 7-Figure Sales. Guys, we took 2 years. Bless you. Bless you, ma'am. It took 2 years for us to build this. You get a free login. You keep it forever. It's $97 right now. It was $497. I hate selling from the stage. Thank you, Aaron, for giving me a chance to do this. But I don't care if you buy it or not. You should buy it. But I promise you it's the best course on the planet. I'm just being very honest with you. Not because I built it, because we took 2 years to pour into this course. It has videos, logins, quizzes, hot sheets, everything you could possibly need. It's literally only $97. And if you're not willing to invest $97 in yourself, you should just leave the room because it's I'm telling you, it's worth it. So that's how you guys can get the course. That's how you guys can find me. Anything else, feel free to reach out. I appreciate you guys and your time. Aaron, thank you.
Yo, give it up for Todd.
Thank you.
And give it up for all the speakers today. Since we ran a little bit over, I'm going to cut this quick, but I want to get at least a couple takeaways really fast from the room. How many of you got something from one of our speakers? Who wants to share what you got today? I'm going to run out here. Who wants to share what they got out of today? Somebody. Someone ideally on this side. Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, good. I'm usually loud enough. It's fine. I can sell shit, apparently. I'm not a salesman. I hate salesmen, but I sell shit in my sleep every time I talk to somebody, and now I'm fully aware of that.
Love it. Who else got something out of it? Oh, here. Actually, you know what? If you're not a salesperson, I'm going to give you a Call the Damn Leads pen. Who else has one? Yeah, over here. You come to every Masterclass. What'd you get out of this one?
I am a salesperson. I can come out there and sell you anything.
Love it. Call the damn leads. Right? Who else has one? Someone else. No one else got something from today? Yeah, Scott.
Hit pause when you're speaking instead of humps and uhs.
Hit pause. Instead of, you have that already? That book? Did I already give you that? All right, sweet. Yeah. Shut up and listen. I love it. Here, I'll give you one of the Call the Damn Leads. Oh, you want a book? All right, take the book. Who else? Anyone else? Let's get one more. Yep, over there, Carol-Ann. Love it. The Maslow's hierarchy of needs help you size people up quicker. I'm telling you, whether you study that or not, just knowing how to identify where someone's at will help you hone in like a missile when it comes to selling, because you'll suddenly realize why they want to do what they say they want to do, but like actually why they want to do it. Anyone else? Anything else? I got a few more things to give away. If not, make sure you join us August 21st right back here. You can sign up on Eventbrite, same place you did the last one. Next month's session is actually also really exciting because we have 4 agents that all sell between $50 and $80 million annually, which is a lot. But they all are involved not only in selling the homes, they're involved in like Property Brothers style, like selling a home that's not even renovated yet, or selling a home but selling the vision of what it can look like once they do it. And these people all have GCs and other things involved with the process. So they're selling and updating homes, and they're all going to speak about it next month. So come back and join us August 21st. Make sure to say thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you to all the speakers. Speakers, real quick, I want to get a photo with you guys before we leave. Otherwise, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all next month.